I was able to bridge a lot of my passion in performance, in piano performance, into actually leading opera, and I found them very synergistic in a special way that only the Harvard environment could foster.
No red wine or dark potions and powders and nothing, of course, that I loved.
Lowell House Opera is the oldest performing opera company in New England.
We are a hybrid student professional company, so that students like myself and my peers have the ability to create high caliber art with some professionals within the Boston area.
We're super excited that in our 87-year history, we've been really pushing the boundaries in terms of what opera can be, and we've been exploring contemporary works by student composers, as well as modern works that we twist and apply a unique perspective on.
This year we did Postcard from Morocco, and I got to sing alongside a bunch of really amazing local Boston professionals, which was amazing.
It is so exciting getting to be in a community of people that are all passionate about the arts but come from such disparate backgrounds. My background is in musical theater storytelling. Our executive director's background is exclusively in classical music. So we all bring these different skill sets to the table, and it's really amazing seeing how we each approach storytelling differently and how we blend these different storytelling methods synergistically to make opera exciting and digestible to contemporary audiences.
I think what's also really special about Lowell House Opera is the opportunity for a young person to put on an entire operatic production in terms of being a composer. Now, usually in the opera world, you have young composers writing opera scenes, but to really go end to end and see this process from conception to performance is very special. To bring your opera to life is unprecedented. I don't think there's anything like it, probably in the world.
We are uniquely set in the Lowell House dining hall, which is not a theater. So we had to build a separate stage this year, which was very interesting in terms of staging and getting to work with multiple kind of different settings. I primarily was on the like high table part of the stage, and then there was a separate kind of stage that was platform that was built to represent the train station. So kind of playing with those different settings was also very interesting.
Postcard from Morocco is at its core an opera that explores performativity versus authenticity, as we see characters grappling with what amounts of information they can share in public. Can they share their occupation? Can they share that they're grieving? This is a show that I think is deeply resonant about how these people can exist and interact in a world in which it feels like so many different facets of you and of humanity are being scrutinized and erased.
Postcard from Morocco was written in 1971, and we're performing this in 2025. And in society, I think we're really living in an in-between moment. There's a lot in flux in society. Postcard from Morocco is an unexpected story. It's really about human connection and how people, despite their differences, can really come together. We talk about those platitudes a lot, about being more universal and globalized and being more connected. But Postcard from Morocco tackles these issues head on in a way that's ahead of its time.
Postcard from Morocco is a modern opera that was written in 1971 by Dominic Argento. The actual storyline is pretty vague. What we do know is that it's set in a train station type setting.
It's really looking at its gallery of travelers. It's sort of a character study on 7 people with their possessions and how they interact with one another.
When I first spoke with our director and set designer, they made it clear that they were committed to not transforming the dining hall into a stage, but rather transforming the dining hall into a train station. When you entered Lowell House, you were met by, red ropes guiding you to your train. You were met with a ticket clipper. You were given newspapers as your programs. We had brochure stands. We had the train signs, and it was so wonderful seeing how we were able to play with that space and make people feel at home in opera.
This is the type of art where you go there, you experience it, and it leaves you kind of just contemplating life afterwards.
Say, that boy over there, is he kicking his mother?
One of my favorite memories, which nobody saw, is that I was playing two characters, and so in between I would change costumes. So I would have to walk around the orchestra in between the conductor and all the instrumentalists, walk down the little ramp in the back and do my costume change, and I probably did it 5 or 6 times every show. And so I was like walking back and around this ramp so many times, and oftentimes like something would get stuck and I'd be like, shoot, I have to, you know, get my earring on, or like my coat will come off or something. So that's something that people didn't get to see, but I think is very unique to this production specifically.
There's this one moment right before the conclusion of the show where the puppet master, who is in the train station, transforms the cast of the show into marionettes. And we had this really creative tableau of staging that I thought was just so moving each time. And as an audience member, I got goosebumps sitting through the dress rehearsals, through the actual performances. It is something that never failed to catch me off guard. Lowell House Opera is always looking for new community members, regardless of what your skill set is. If you are a visual artist and you want to design our set, if you sing, if you play an instrument, if you direct, if you love the arts but aren't necessarily much of a performer and you want to be behind the scenes helping us with advertising and budgets, there is a role for you. If you want to be a part of a community of artists and art appreciators, then Lowell House Opera is the community that will fill your heart with joy and song and harmony on this campus.
So if you'd love to join Lowell House Opera, which I know you do, you can easily join through our Instagram, and we have a website, lowellhouseopera.com. We also have an email, producers@lowellhouseopera.com, in which you can very easily reach out. We cherish so many perspectives and would love to hear from you, truly, because this company cannot survive without new voices and without that passion, with vivacity and with rigor.